So normally I don't get very excited, but I found this kit in the store just today and I've been wanting to make some candles for such a long time, but it's always so expensive, and this was $4.95 at the Action. So let's find out if it's actually worth it. My name is Randy and I like to make art and do crafts. So let's unbox this. And I'm very excited what's actually in the kit. Oh wow, these are silicone. I wasn't expecting them to be soft. And there are two. So there's a bigger one and a smaller one. Wow, look at how much wax you're getting. That's a lot. So this is paraffin with some soybean. It does state you can make 2 large ones or 6 small ones. Let's see what else is in here. That's so handy. They already pre-drilled the popsicle sticks. You get 4, so that's nice. Okay, so you get 4 wicks, but you probably can cut them in half for the small one. Oh yeah, that's fine. Then this thingy, not sure what it's for, but we'll find out. What else? Okay, I guess this is the mint candle dye. Okay, so this is the brown black and instructions. And even a how-to video. I think I'm going to watch the video and then we can make some candles. I'm so excited. Let's start by making a big one, and you need 150 grams of the wax. I was hoping it would fit in here. You should have 300 grams in the whole bag. So that's 150. Let's see if I can find a container that will house all of this, be heat resistant enough for it to melt, but I don't mind getting dirty or even have to throw it out. So welcome to my kitchen. This is my hot water dispenser and I'm going to use this to start off my water. So I'm just going to fill this up. So as you can see, it's going to fill it up with almost boiling water. So I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. I've got this stainless steel bowl and I put the wax inside, and I've got a small pot. It actually sits in quite perfectly. So I'm just going to pour the water into the pan. Let's see if that's enough. So it should be floating on the water. Wow, that's really going quickly. Can you see? It's already melting on the bottom. I'm just going to stir it and mix it so it gets heated evenly, and I'll get back to you when it's all melted. So while that's starting to melt, I'm going to prep my mold. The bottom is actually the top, so we're going to have to poke a hole in here with this thingy to put our little fuse thingy through. So this is the center, and just push, I guess. Not completely in the center, but good enough. And now we need to poke this through that hole we just made. To secure it, you need to bend it. And you can see there are openings on the side, and you could put it on the side here. Now we can flip it over, put it through that little hole. Now we just have to wait till the wax is completely melted. So, okay, I think I want to add some gold powder to the candle. So I'm just going to take a brush and dip it in the powder. And I'm just going to put it in the mold. I think maybe a little bit too much. Just gonna brush it all over the top, and we're just going to experiment. And you know why? It's only €5. If it doesn't work out, I'll just buy another one. I just rather try it and have it fail than not try it and be plain boring. Because I'm not gonna burn it anyways, I'd rather have it be pretty so I can display it. So I'm just going to finish brushing the gold on the inside of the mold, and I think my wax should be ready by then. So the wax is melted, and I'm going to put in some of the color, and they say to start with a little bit, so I think about that much. Hopefully it's going to melt with the heat of the water, because otherwise I have to move it back to the kitchen. Right now you're in my craft room, and I think I want to try and make some sort of gradient. So maybe I'll keep it this light, because there's not a whole lot in here. So I'm guessing that's going to be more than enough. I'm just going to try and pour this in here. I want to see if I can go like halfway, a little bit under, I think. Okay, I've got it a little bit over the first bump. It's going to shrink a little bit, so maybe I want to pour a little bit more. Okay, let's go for that. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to let this solidify a little bit. So let me just move this to the side. Show you this again. And I'm just going to add more. We have this much left. I'm just already going to stir this in. And it's going to be needing some heating again. And then once this is set up a little bit more, I'm going to pour some more of the wax in here, let it solidify again, and then add more color and add the final bit, I think. So let's see how long this is going to take to solidify.
1 hour later.
So I think it's solidified enough. I think we can pour the second layer. So I'm just gonna stir the rest of those flakies in and see if this is actually going to be enough, because if I'm looking at my mold and looking what's in here, I'm pretty sure that's not enough. So I might actually weigh what's left in the bag and see if it's actually 150 grams. If it's more, I'm just gonna add a little bit in here. So let's let this rest for a little bit, and I'll see you in, well, a second for you and about an hour for me.
1 hour later.
So I just reheated it. Let's just pour the rest in. It is full and it's almost to the rim. I do know when a candle cools down, it shrinks a little bit, but this is the bottom, so I think it's going to be fine. So it says the cool down of the candle is approximately 2.5 hours before taking it out of the mold. So I'm just gonna leave it overnight and we'll reveal it tomorrow. So it's been a couple of hours and I can't wait. I want to see if it worked. So I think I can peel it or roll it. Don't want to damage it. It's actually quite tough to do. Not as satisfying as I thought. Oh, let's see. It's going. Looking promising. Oh, okay. Okay, not bad. Not too many holes. Oh, well, that didn't work completely. I don't know why this two worked and the rest was just like maybe too thick, but I don't hate it. But maybe we can fix it. But the gradient worked. It's a lot more green than this part, and there's not a really harsh line. I just wish that all of them would look as good as this one. But do I make another one? Maybe. Well, I think you're going to find out in the next shot. So we're back in the kitchen and I want to make the smaller one. So I'm going to have to make a hole in the center. I'm just going to push it right through like that. Then add the wick to that hole. I think about that much. It's going to be fine. So I just cut it off and folded it over. So this is ready for use. But first we need to melt this wax. So I'm just going to turn this on. And there's still water in here from yesterday. So it's probably going to take a while to heat it up. And I put in all of the color flakes because I want to try some other colorings for the other two. And there's still a little bit of green left, but I'm like, that's fine. You're not going to see it anyways. I'm just going to melt this and mix it. And then we're just going to pour it. So this is all melted. It's only 40 grams. So that's going to be okay for this little mold, but I thought let's just shush it up a little bit, and I'm going to put some of this gold foil inside of the mold. Don't know if this is going to work, but I want to try. Probably gonna go everywhere, but let's just see. I'm just going to dab it, try and get it inside of the mold instead of on it. Just want to experiment because, as I said, it's a cheap kit, so why not have some fun with it? And again, these candles are not going to be burnt. They're just for decoration. I'm gonna do, I think, a little bit more. I think we're ready to pour. So I'm just going to grab my wax. I'm just going to pour. I think it's going to look so much fun with the black and the gold. I'm pretty sure it's going to work. So I've got some left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this because once the wax hardens, it will sink again. I don't know why we need to put this on here because this is actually the underside. So the wick is on the top. So it's not going to go anywhere. But I'm just going to place it on and let it cool down. And I'll show you once it's cooled enough and we need to add more. So it's cooled down quite a bit. Look at how far it went down. So I'm just going to be pouring a little bit more. I'm not going to put the popsicle stick back on because I don't think it's needed. I'm just going to let it cool completely and then we can unmold it. So I forgot to hit record, but I already cut off the end of the little wick and I also flattened the bottom. So it's time to just unmold it. I'm really excited to see if this works. I'm just going to peel back the mold. Probably should put something lighter down here. Let me see. Let's go for that. Oh, I think it's going to be so pretty. Stay in focus. It looks so cool. I think it worked like really well. And the mold came out really, really good. I've got a steamer, so I might try and steam it and see if I can get it a little bit more shiny. But the concept worked. Perfect. So let's go to my final thoughts. So here are my final thoughts on this candle making kit. First of all, I just want to say I had so much fun making all of these candles. And please keep in mind, I made these not to burn. This is just for display. And that's why I could go a little bit crazy. Like for example, this one got some amazing sparkles going on. And with the other ones, I put in some of the foil and then added some of the metallic powder. And I did end up making them textured. I just melted them with my heat gun. So I ended up making one big one and 4 small ones. So that's one more than the kit actually says it could make, because it actually says 2 big ones or 6 small ones. But I think it is a really nice kit to try out when you want to start and just have some fun with candles. It's not expensive, it works, you have the molds, you can use them later, and I can always buy some more candle wax and make some more candles. It was fun, so why not? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, just leave me a comment down below in the comment section and I'll try and reply to it as fast as I can, or you can always send me a DM on Instagram. But for now, I want to thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!